Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well still, and welcome to today's bonus upload. Before we jump into it, a couple links. As many of you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, channel membership, and the merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. Links to Patreon, PayPal, and channel membership is in the description below. Merch displayed directly under the video. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters, Volume 1 through 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeff Nadolny. Those audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, links to which are also in the description as well. And finally, last but definitely not least, if you'd really like to help support the channel to continue to grow and go, simply subscribe. It doesn't cost a cent. Click the like button, takes half a second. If you don't want to miss out on any of the informative uploads I put out daily, click that bell icon. And folks, please leave a comment. Why? Well, because all these things really do help the channel to continue to grow and go. And yeah, they really do matter. Now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's jump in to today's bonus, shall we? Today's first encounter was sent to me by a subscriber. My first encounter was in Ozarks, Arkansas. I went into Love's travel stops to see if I could find a parking. The truck stop was full. I decided to park on the ramp. It was around 10 p.m. at night. I heard a knock on my window. At first I thought it was DOT or the state police. So I got dressed as fast as I could and opened the curtains. What I saw was not the cops. It looked like a giant dog with pointed ears, like my dog. One problem, though, it was eye level with me. I could see that it was not leaning against the truck. Then it placed its hand against the window. Its hand looked like a gigantic human hand with long, curved fingers. I didn't stick around after I started my rig up and I left. I didn't look back. Here's the description I can best give. 7 to 7.5 feet tall, jet black fur. Large head, large muzzle, canine fangs clearly visible. Extremely bright golden yellow eyes. Later, I thought they were beautiful. The time of the encounter was around 10 p.m. Length was probably 5 minutes at most. Size of the hand twice as big as mine. 3-inch curved claws on every digit. Time of the year, January 2020. I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact day. My second encounter, July 2020. Charlotte, North Carolina, 485 bypass en route to Newark, Jersey. This is a short one. I got on the bypass. I'm against driving big rigs in large cities unless I can't help it. Most of the time, bypasses are a lot easier. I was going through some construction when I saw some red eye shine. My first thought was bear, so I slowed my speed down. Last thing I want to do is hit a critter, especially of the large variety. But when I got a better look, I realized that this was no bear. It was on its hind legs. It was higher than a road sign it was standing next to. When I saw its face, I hammered down and left fast, but I still saw more than I wanted to. Its height was about 8 feet. Its fur was white. Body was slim, but not small. Large head and muzzle. One arm at chest level resting on the road sign. About 2 in the morning. My third and worst, and hopefully last encounter. Ozone, Arkansas. Ozarks National Forest. November 25th, 2020. I was deer hunting. I got home early from being on the road, so I thought, why not grab the crossbow and head out into the woods? So I got up early and grabbed my crossbow. My backpack and handgun. I arrived. Forest Service Road. I started my hike in to where I wanted to hunt an old orchard. About 5 miles in all on foot. It's really beautiful walk in there, but 4 of the 5 miles is straight woods, falling old game trails. You have to be knowing where you're going to find it. I heard about it from my grandfather. After quite a while of walking, I reached my destination. It didn't take me long to find a good place to set up a large oak tree and a good view of the surrounding area. I sat down at the base of the tree. I remained there for about 4 hours, and the woods were mildly quiet, except for the occasional squirrel, clear skies, and a beautiful day. After seeing no game, I decided to move a little deeper into the woods. After about 5 minutes of walking, I felt a tug on my pack. Thinking nothing of it, maybe it got tangled into a briar, I turned around, trying to rip loose, when I was seized by the shoulders strong enough that I could not move. I thought somebody was in the woods with me, messing with me. It lasted for close to 30 seconds. When I was released, I turned around as fast as I could draw my handgun. In the process, about 5 feet from me, it stood. A strong desire to reholster my gun came over me. It was a feeling of no choice, to do it or die. I did. After that, it walked closer to me. It seemed curious, as if it was debating if I was good eating. I guess I wasn't, because it smiled or sneered at me and pointed back the way I came, as if saying, "Leave now before I change my mind." Well, it didn't take long to get the hint. I backed away slowly. When I was a good 50 feet away, I turned around and walked slowly out of there. It was well after dark before I got back to my car. The whole time I was walking, I heard it right behind me. I didn't look back. The few times I slowed, I felt a shove, but not rough, but more than satisfactory to get me making my tracks. Last time I saw it, it was when I got to my car. It was standing just inside the tree line. All I could make out was its silhouette and its eye shine. Here's the best description I can give. Under 6 feet tall, I had at least 3 inches on it. Dark brown coat, German Shepherd-like head with pronounced muzzle. It was extraordinarily muscular, like its favorite thing to do was lift weights, and its favorite food was protein powder. It was on its hind legs, but due to the conditions, I had an extraordinary good look at it. When I got home, I wrote everything that I happened down. It had hawk-like dog legs, long arms that reached down to its knees. It had long claws, even longer than the first one I had seen. I did not see the teeth until it smiled. The amount of fear I was hit with was intense. The canine teeth are really big, but proportionate to the size of its head. The eyes were golden, but with a red eye shine. My stepfather's encounter. Butte County, California, Butte Valley, 1991. This is exactly what he told me. Him and a friend were walking towards Paradise, California. They saw some wildlife, 3 or 4 bear running in the same direction across the road at a different location. They kept walking until they came across what they thought was another bear standing up, but it was walking too fluidly. His friend stepped on a twig and it turned quickly and looked at them, then leapt down on all 4s. In a matter of seconds, it was gone. The best description my stepfather gave me was at least 10 feet in height, dark-colored fur, undermined with color, head not shaped at all like a bear's, the muzzle was way too long, walking way too fluidly on its hind legs to be a bear. Now this is something that I stumbled on, and it was very interesting because I really started putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and I was like, this is amazing. Even the lower levels of government know that these exist. So just follow along and put the pieces of the puzzle together with me, and you'll see why I wanted to share this. Johnson City, Tennessee, Republican Ashley Nicholas is the only woman in a 7-way primary race to fill the congressional seat held by one family for 5 decades. She also the only military pilot in the race, running against a litany of odds, including the strong possibility that she would lose to a popular career politician who hunts Bigfoot, and made it easier for Tennesseans to eat their roadkill. Not kidding. Nicholas and I had sat down on Wednesday at the Yeehaw Brewing Company and talked about her decision to seek the 2nd Congressional District, seat long held by retiring Representative John Duncan, and before that his father. Last December she was in Washington on her daughter's 7th grade class trip, during which the group visited one of her state representatives. She won't say which one. Nicholas asked a question and got an answer that made her mad. Her query: in the light of Congress' inability to pass a budget and its determinate effect on our military, do you think you'd be able to pass a budget before the continuing resolution ends? His reply was that the military has everything it needs and that the Pentagon has sold the American people a bill of goods. He might as well have said, "Don't worry your pretty head, young lady." At this, Nicholas stepped forward, extended her right hand, and said, "I am Lieutenant Colonel Ashley Nicholas. I fly a 57 aircraft, and some of our enlisted men and women live below poverty. Yes or no, can you pass a continuing resolution?" It was at that moment, for our meeting, Nicholas arrived punctually, with 2 unpaid staff members wearing navy blue dress and a single strand of white pearls and medium heels. She resembled a flight attendant. She once was en route to becoming a military pilot. Already a trained pilot, and having initially been turned down by the Tennessee National Air Guard, remember that, because they felt that she couldn't handle the physical demands, she took an airline job at her father's urging. Also a pilot, he told her to get to know the pilots who often serve in the Guard, and take any Guard pilot job she could. When the New York National Air Guard had an opening, Nicholas applied. "Yeah, we need a chick," she says. She was told. "You'd be quota." Finally, an officer said, "Go to a bar tonight, drink, don't make an ass of yourself, and you'll be hired in the morning." Okay, so that right there, just Air National Guard. This is where other things fit, okay? Where it became very interesting to me was this interesting article. Legends of Bigfoot go back beyond recorded history and cover the world. In North America, and particularly the Northwest, you hear tales of 7-foot-tall hairy men stalking the woods, occasionally scaring campers, lumberjacks, hikers, and the like. Bigfoot is known by many titles with many different cultures, although the name Bigfoot is generally attributed to the mountainous western region of North America. The common name Sasquatch comes from the Salish Sasquatch, while the Algonquin of the north central region of the continent refer to it as Witeco or Wendigo. Ah ha ha! Just kidding, hang on. Other nations tell of a large creature, much like a man, that embodied with special powers and characteristics. The Ojibwe of the northern plains believed the Roguro appeared in times of danger. In other nations appeared a hairy apparition was a messenger of warning, telling man to change his ways. North American settlers started reporting sightings during the 1800s into the 1900s, occasionally finding footprints, sporadic encounters, and even a few grainy photos and videos added to the mystery. Those who claim to have seen Bigfoot have described everything from large upright ape to an actual hairy human, sometimes standing over 8 feet tall and described as powerfully built. The debate and research continues. Entire organizations exist to the study and documentation of Bigfoot to prove its existence. And groups regularly research Northwest woods, looking for ultimate proof. In one very sense, however, Bigfoot does exist. The Western Air Defense Sector Washington Air National Guard adopted a mascot of Bigfoot and operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, monitoring the skies of nearly 73% of the United States and Canada. Just like Bigfoot of the legend, the sector is rarely seen and rarely heard. But rest assured, it continues to observe and, if necessary, serve as a messenger of warning. Well, there you have it, folks. Just a quick bonus to get us through the day. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Upstate New York is getting hammered with a heat wave. It is 93 degrees. The humidity is just absolutely disgusting outside right now. Humidity 46%. Feels like 101. Oh my goodness. Guys, I hope if you are in a area where you are experiencing a heat wave, try to stay inside, stay hydrated, stay safe. Thank you for supporting the channel. It is your support, after all, that keeps this channel growing and going, and honestly, what gives people a chance and a place to share their experiences and theories judgment-free. Thank you. Please stay safe, happy, healthy, and ever vigilant. Keeping an eye on our children, pets, family, and friends. These creatures are real. They are out there and dangerous. Share this information with the people you love and care about, and it may just help save their lives someday. Until next time, never stop asking questions, never stop searching for answers, and God bless.